Now, I have a mate who lives up in Mansfield, and I go up and see him regularly. He's a DJ buddy of mine. As you go up to his stopover, we have a few beers, we get on the decks, we play some tunes, right? So I get the train there, and I've got to go and change at Nottingham. Well, Castle Rock Brewery just so happens to be just down the road from the train station. That's so clever, it's dangerous. So if you're ever in the city centre of Nottingham, come out the train station, sort of the top left hand corner, go down that way. You've got a new high-rise development here on your right, and it's just there. Past that on the right hand side, you'll see Castle Rock Brewery. Although this is in black, it's in a sort of a royal blue on the side of the building, and they have their pub there, their tap house called the Vat and Fiddle, and it does all of their beers on tap, on cask, some on keg. They have like a craft beer range that they do a side project on keg, but yeah, amazing brewery. So this is the Harvest Pale, and this is their, it says here, the finest blonde beer, and it's got pictures of hops on. That's what hops look like, people. This is their staple beer, their go-to flagship beer, if you like. It's 3.8% on cask, on hand pulled. Slightly stronger in a bottle, as you can see there. It's 4.3%. So again, there's a difference between the bottle and the draft. As I've said before on the channel, I'm not a beer or brewing expert, so I don't know. I'm quite sure as to why there's a difference in the ABV, but there is. But this is, it's won awards. It's won so many awards. I think this won like Best Beer of Britain at the Canberra Great British Beer Festival Award. Probably been about 10-12 years that they've been brewing this. So let's get it out into a glass, take a look at it and see what the appearance is like. So I have the trusty Purity Brewery glass. Got to do some Purity beers actually on the channel. Really nice stuff. Cracking brewery. They've won awards and all. Right, so it has just come out of the fridge, so I might not get much of a head on it. I should have had it out of the fridge a bit longer, to be honest. Well, I don't know. I know we're getting ahead. Getting some fizz as well. Oh, some carbonation coming through. Right then, so that's what it looks like in the glass. As you can see, it is very see-through. Nice blondie golden colour. I'd call it more of a gold than a blonde, if my eyesight deceives me. Got us just a bit of a white head there that's dissipating quite fast, and I'm wondering if it is this glass, because I've had several beers, and the head seems to disappear in this glass. So I don't know if it's this glass or not, or if it's the fact that it has been refrigerated for some time. In the comments, let me know. So that's what it looks like. I can still see the carbonation running up the side of the glass, bit of fizz going on there. Right, go ahead and get the old nose in there. I'm going to give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Oh, got a bit on the end of the nose there. Yeah, it smells quite sort of hoppy, bit fruity, like hop forward but a bit sweeter. So I can smell the sweetness from the malt, but it's not like that overwhelming sweetness, like that butterscotch flavour that we've seen on previous beers. I can definitely smell some citrusy sort of hoppy aromas in there. It's not quite full on grapefruit, but it's sort of subtle. It's really nice. Okay, then we'll give it a try. So bottoms up and down the old hatchet. Apologies if you can hear my boiler. It's right behind the camera now, so it's whirring away. Got to put it on now, it's December. That is divine. Okay, so I'm getting, I reckon there's some sea hops in that. I don't even know what this is brewed with. I'll look on the bottle in a minute. I don't think it's on the bottle. It's not on the cask or when I've had a look elsewhere. Oh, that's lovely, that is. That is lovely. I can understand why that has won awards. I really can. As I say, I've never necessarily had a bad beer from Castle Rock. So they have, this is their Harvest Pale. As I say, this is the one that they've won the most awards for. Sorry. They also have a beer called Elsie Mo, which is a 4.7%er. I feel it might be a bit stronger in the bottle. It might be 5. But that's classed as a glorious golden ale. And it's got a picture of a lady on the front. Elsie Mo stands for the Elsie Mo malt that it's made with. And they've actually recently changed that because it was found sexist because it was a woman like in a military uniform but with like stockings and suspenders on, and now it's got to be like a woman in a plane going like that. Sexist beer. Alright, is it? Don't want no sexist beer. That is amazing. I love that. I haven't had it in a bottle for... Well, no, I had it about 3 weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago, was it? And it was absolutely sensational, but I had it as... Had a bit of a session in the house, got on the decks, the other half, she was drinking some flavoured gins. She loves her flavoured gins. And made a night of it, and this was probably one of the outstanding beers of the night that I had. So yeah, in terms of flavour, I've not told you that yet. Oh, it's delectable. I know that's a really posh word. It used to be a word that lad on a cruise ship used, so I thought I'd nick it. Just trying to get the head to come back. I think it's this glass. So flavour wise, sorry, got sidetracked. I do that a lot. I do think that it's very hoppy. There's sort of some citrus, sort of tangy, grapefruity, mango, very slight mango, but without the sweetness. It's really hard to explain, really, but it's bittersweet, but in a really nice way. So I've had other beers that are really sort of malt forward and that are a bit too sweet, whereas this balances it really well. But then again, for a 4.3%, and you've got to say 3.8% on cask. So for a session strength beer, there you go, look at that. There you go, got the head back a bit now. Got lacing on that. Look at how it holds the head, lacing. Yeah, so for a 3.8%, anyway, as I was saying, session beer, it is absolutely sensational. That is a beer I could drink all night. And I'm not really a person that drinks the same beer all night because it can get a bit boring. Remember, I went into my local pub that I go to. It's been taken over by a different brewery, but it was owned by another local brewery. And there's this fella in there called Tim, and he used to go in there. Always used to go in there with his 2 dogs, and he used to drink the same sort of session bitter every night. He'd never change, never. I don't think that's me. Even something like this that I could drink could quite easily go into if this was the cask version, probably have a better head on it. I'm trying people. Oh, it's lovely. But yeah, I could drink probably about 6-7 pints of this and go home, and I wouldn't probably feel it a bit, but 3.8%, it's not that bad, is it? Coming back to life a bit more now. Look at that. Look at that. I do think it's that glass. Certainly not the beer. It tastes amazing. Right, I'll have a look at the bump on the back. Oh, it does tell me the hops. They've recently relabelled this because that used to be blue. Where's the bottle cap? Even the bottle cap's black. The bottle cap used to be... Well, I can't even show you the blue because it's not on there anymore. But it used to be like a royal blue colour because that's the colour of the logo at Castle Rock Brewery. It used to be what was on the bottle top as well. And it used to have some bump on here, but it didn't... This is the first time I've ever seen and known what it was brewed with. So it's brewed with Cascade, Centennial and Chinook hops. So 3 of the 5. I said I thought there'd be sea hops in this. Oh wow. So here you go. So I'm just going to read this. I'm trying to get it under the light. Not being antisocial. We're extremely proud of Harvest Pale, which over the years has become a well-loved beer up and down the country. This multi-award-winning blonde ale is brewed with the finest American hops to create a crisp citrus character with a delicious, refreshing bitterness. Castle Rock Brewery, Nottingham. And then their postcode. Now, in this day and age, where a lot of places, pubs aren't open, Nottingham themselves are in tier 3. This I got from Morrisons, by the way. It's part of their 4 for £6 deal. But I live in Telford in Shropshire, so it's still sort of the Midlands. I don't know if this is nationwide. I know you can get this on their website. If you go on Morrisons and you shop online at the groceries, I believe they do this, or they do the LC Mo, maybe both. Anyway, get it. 2 thumbs up from me. It is bob on. Sort of come back a bit more to life now. Castle Rock Harvest Pale. Cracking beer, really is. If you're in the Nottingham area, they do a thing where you can pick up and you can get like mini kegs and stuff of this. Do it. Polypins, whatever they call it. It's amazing. I've got another Castle Rock beer to come after this as well. That'll be my next review. Ciao for now, people.